Hello, ladies. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel from Angela Simpson Functional Medicine. I'm so happy to have you here. And I want to talk today about something that I find so many females that I work with have as a common complaint, and that is sugar cravings that seem to get worse at certain points in the cycle if you are still cycling as a female, but they're there all the time and they just seem to be getting worse by the year and they just don't know what to do about it. And they find that when they have these sugar cravings and they're giving way to them more and more, they're also noticing negative changes in their body. They're noticing in particular that they're gaining more weight, in particular around the waistline. A lot of women report to me that they feel like they're having that kind of spare tire feel around the belly and it just doesn't feel good. It's too tight when they do up their pants and the button or the belt, and they just feel like they want to feel more vital and more like they're at their optimal weight, their optimal self. And they don't know how to get rid of these sugar cravings. They've tried so many things and nothing seems to work. If they buy something that has just the slightest sweet in it at the grocery store, they devour the whole thing in one sitting and they feel like they just don't have the control and they don't know why it's happening. So I want to explain to you why this could be happening more when you're hitting this time period of life where your hormones are changing and shifting as you come towards and into that transition into menopause. So what does happen as we get into our late 30s, early 40s, and then from there, it seems to accelerate more, is that our digestion starts to change. And part of this is because our sex hormones are lowering and changing in this time period of life. It really accelerates as you get into your mid 40s to early 50s. And unfortunately, as our digestion changes, it actually slows down a little bit. So what can happen as our digestion slows down, even if you feel like you're eating the same way, have a similar diet and lifestyle, is foods are more likely to hang around in the intestines a bit longer. And what can happen with this is they can start to ferment. And if food does ferment in the intestines, what will happen is it will basically start to form yeast. And yeast is something that needs to be fed. It's a non-favorable bacteria in our gut that when it forms, it actually makes us crave sugar. So it's not that you're necessarily lacking willpower, and there's something wrong with you because you're craving sugar. It could just merely be a digestive change that's happening as a result of your hormones fluctuating and changing as you head towards that transition into menopause. The question is what do you do about it? If you notice that you're having these changes and you feel like you want to do something about it, but you've tried and just nothing has worked. So what I want to suggest to you is that instead of trying to deprive yourself, starve yourself, go into these calorically restrictive diets, trying to be sugar-free, low in carbohydrates. I'm definitely not suggesting that you eat a ton of carbohydrates and a ton of sugar because that's not good for our health no matter where we're at in our life. But it's okay to have a little bit here and there. And we don't necessarily have to deprive ourselves that much if we can understand what's going on in our bodies and what to do about it. So again, back to that bacterial overgrowth and imbalance, which I find is so common for females in this age group. And the reason I know that is because I do lab testing with women that have these symptoms. And we very often reveal that there is an overgrowth of an unfavorable bacteria in the intestines, and very commonly candida or yeast is part of this. So we actually need to treat this imbalance, and there is ways to do this naturally. There's some great things that you can do with foods and lifestyle and supplement support that can help you get the balance back in the bacteria in your gut, even as your hormones are fluctuating and changing in this time period of life. And that alone can actually help to drastically reduce the cravings for sugar that you're getting. So then you don't feel like necessarily when you buy that piece of chocolate or that cookie at the store that you give way and eat the entire bag all at once. You don't actually crave it in that same way if you get rid of that yeast and that overgrowth of negative bacteria in your gut. So this is something that's so common. Women suffer from digestive issues. They suffer from sugar cravings. They suffer from, these mental and emotional imbalances that go along with it. If you feel like you're gaining weight, often if you eat too much sugar all at once, it'll also cause a rapid change in your mood. You'll feel good for a short period of time and then you'll crash and you'll feel more irritable, low, depressed. So you can go on a real yo-yo ride if you're eating too much sugar. So it's definitely not good for us. And for sure, if we're thinking ahead as well, not just now with these symptoms that we're feeling, it can lead to conditions and development of diseases, things such as diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, heart conditions. So we want to be mindful not of just the symptom of how we're feeling with, not feeling vital, energetic, gaining weight. we want to also be thinking about what could happen if we don't actually get this under control. So I just wanted to offer you here what the potential root cause of it is for you as a female as you are going through a time of life where your hormones are shifting and changing. It's not all about willpower. It's not all about these fad diets and cutting everything out completely. It's often about just learning what's going on with the balance or imbalances in your body. And this requires proper lab testing. So I am a functional medicine practitioner, a healthcare professional that works with women all the time in this age group that are suffering from symptoms of hormone imbalance, including these sugar cravings and the weight gain and the loss of energy and vitality that goes along with it. So if you want to learn more about how you could potentially learn how to get the balance back, not only with these symptoms, but your overall hormone balance and wellness as you move towards and transition into menopause, so you can have a happy, healthy life and enjoy life with not only just reaching your own goals, but enjoying life with your family, your loved ones, having a vibrant social life. I know all these things are so important to us as females to connect, especially as we get into this age category. So please feel free to reach out to me if you want to learn how you can regain your health, your wellness, and your vitality. I really look forward to being able to potentially connect with you. And there's a great way for you to reach out to me. You can go to my website at www.angelasimpsonfunctionalmedicine.ca, and there is a place there to book a free complimentary consult where we can talk about your health and how we could potentially work together to see if it's a good fit for us to get the balance back in your body, both now and for the long term. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being part of my YouTube channel. And I really look forward to bringing you more videos in the future. Thank you so much.